It's the time for business. Emmanuel Ebadriafi has joined me. Good evening, Emmanuel. So I've been following this Agribusiness Forum that's going on in the at the Lisa Hotel. What are some of the things that are coming up?
Well, stakeholders are telling us that there's a need to create enhanced linkages between agriculture and manufacturing or industry in general, because you realize that the industrial base of the country has been a receptive for agri products, raw materials, so to speak. But agribusiness has been on the low side for a long time, and because of that, the sector has not been growing, and it's quite unfortunate.
Right. So this Busy Talks initiative, how much are you going to be continuing doing this as in Joy Business?
Well, we hope to make it an annual affair. Right. I mean, judging from the event this evening, it was well attended, and people are quite happy.
Of prominent people. I like the concept.
Exactly. The Deputy Minister of Agric was there, as well as other stakeholders.
Because Agric indeed is a mainstay. Apparently, I'll just leave it to you to take it up right away.
Thank you very much. Right. Now, one of the major setbacks to increased agricultural productivity is post-harvest losses. Despite various interventions by successive governments to contain the situation, it continues to be the bane of agriculture in Ghana. This issue was highlighted at the maiden edition of the Joy Business Busy Agribusiness Forum, which is ongoing at the Alisa Hotel in Accra. And joining us on phone is our correspondent Kuku Aban to tell us what is actually happening there at this time, what are some of the key points, the high points of the ceremony, and to bring us up to speed of the event. Good evening, Kuku.
Good evening, Emmanuel.
Yes, so tell us what is going on currently at the fair.
Well, I heard you just touch on one of the key points taking center stage at this forum here, which is post-harvest losses, where we understand yam, for instance, we have about 60% of it not getting to the market for consumption because of the losses. And, you know, it's already been an insightful discussion. We are just about the twilight of the whole conversation. And some of the key points that have come up has to do with, one, as we mentioned, post-harvest losses, and also having to do with the attitude, the mindset of Ghanaians about agriculture. Deputy Minister for Agriculture, Alhaji Alassane Ahmed Yakubu, actually has been speaking. He sought to defend the performance of agriculture to GDP. His point was that maize, for instance, makes a lot of inputs into manufacturing, and if the figures are being collated, they capture that under manufacture. So it's kind of, if you like, drawn into manufacture, and rather agriculture is seen as on the decline. So that was his argument. So not necessarily that agriculture is on decline. That position was challenged by a panelist from the Africa Center for Economic Transformation, Dr. Ban Boateng, whose position is that manufacturing is also on the decline. Therefore, the minister's arguments could not be wholly the case. For him, the manufacturing sector's contribution to GDP is also abysmal. And I must quickly add that the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research rep on the panel, Dr. Charles Toto, is also worried that, according to him, the high rates of post-harvest loss is something that has to be addressed quickly.
Now, Kuku, if I heard him right, Dr. Toto also underscored the fact that several, researches have been conducted but are still lying on the shelves, not being used by industry and other, sectors. What is his, panacea for this?
Well, he's pushing for the rhetoric to change, if you like, a shift in paradigm, where all these findings and all these work that have been done by institutes like this would be used, and then also a call for the banking sector to change its mindset about the agriculture, and that they shouldn't always see the sector as one that has to go looking for credit, but then government should finance the sector and consciously pump money into the sector, irrigation for the sector, provision of fertilizer, and, if you like, silos for preservation of, produce, to ensure that we are food secured. But he says if these are not done, we can do all the talk, but not much will change.
All right, now, Kuku, before you go, what about the level of agribusiness? What are the stakeholders saying about the level of agribusiness and its impact on the economy?
Yeah, agribusiness also came up. Agro mindset and agro business venture. The rep here, David, was speaking about issues like youth, graduates in particular. For him, the thinking has been that if you are literate, you shouldn't go into agriculture. And so they try to change that mindset. He made the point that the mindset or the notion naturally or generally across the country is that we go into agriculture to put food on the table. But for him, that mindset should change. We should see the business side of agric. And that's the only way we can propel this nation, feed the manufacturing sector at the level at which we should feed it so that it can produce more and also will be food sufficient. So those are some of the
all right. Thank you very much, Kuku, for that update.